Hello. Tonight I'm going to be teaching you how to play Battletech. This first video is going to be on movement. But first I'll start with a couple thoughts on Battletech. Battletech has been around since the mid-1980s, and it has one of the best rule sets I have ever played. It completely does away with the idea of gentleman's warfare that most games utilize nowadays. So, if you get shot at, you're also shooting back. It's not they shoot at you, you take a bunch of damage, you lose parts, and then you shoot back. It's they shoot at you, you shoot them, all at the same time. So what you have before you is the Mech record sheet. What may look like a lot of complicated information is actually very simple. And as long as you can add numbers between 1 and 6, you can play Battletech quite easily. Tonight, this video will be on movement. This Peacekeeper Battlemech has a walking, running, and jumping movement. You have 4 for walking, 6 for running, 3 for jumping. The numbers in the parentheses are affected by an advanced gear called Triple Strength Myomer, where when the Battlemech gets really hot, the Myomer muscle makes the mech stronger and faster. But that's not for this video. We're just going to focus on the very basics of walking, running, and jumping. Everything in that box is what we're covering. So, what we have here is the Peacekeeper Mini. This Peacekeeper is part of my Republic forces, the Triari Protectors, and it's painted up in a black and red color scheme with gold highlights. So, we'll begin with the walking. The mech walks 4 movement points, and it can be also called MP. So we're going to start off by moving 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. When you move into blank X, just a flat ground, just a grassy field, it just costs 1 movement point. Now when you turn a hex side, that counts as 1 as well. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. Now what we're going to do is we're going to combine walking with turning. So we'll start where we're at. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Now with walking, that is the movement on the mech's feet that you can move backwards. You cannot move backwards running. So you can go 1, 2, 3, 4. So pretty much as long as you have the movement points, you can move wherever you like. 1, 2, 3, 4. So from here we're going to move up to running. Now the running on this mech being at 6 movement points, in the fiction is closer to about 60 kilometers per hour. And walking is about 40 kilometers per hour. Give or take a few kilometers per hour. So we're going to do some running. It's the exact same idea. 1 hex is 1 movement point, 1 turn is 1 movement point. So we can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll start over here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we can do all sorts of movement to get to better angles to shoot at the opposing Battlemechs. Now we'll move on to jumping. Jumping is an awesome ability that some mechs have. It gives you a lot of maneuverability. So when jumping, this mech has 3 movement points. 3 massive jump jets on the back to carry this 95-ton assault mech. And we will start by just doing a straight line. Basically the mech is flying up and over. So we'd move 1, 2, 3. So the mech has now jumped 3 hexes. Now jumping gives you a lot of ability to move. So you can jump anywhere you want, and when you land, you can face any direction you want. So let's say we got a Battlemaster coming up on the Peacekeeper. Battlemaster has a good shot from right here. So the Peacekeeper wants to get behind the Battlemaster. We can make an attempt to try to run around, or we can just jump directly over and get out of most of the Battlemaster's weapons range. So we can jump 1, 2 over the Battlemaster, 3 land behind the Battlemaster. And now the Peacekeeper is facing the rear armor of the Battlemaster. Now the rear armor on Battlemechs is significantly weaker. So a massive shot from a 95-ton assault mech might go through. Now, one thing to remember with movement, walking, running, or jumping, you do not have to spend all of the movement points. He has 4 walking movement, you can go 3. He has 6 running movement, you can go 5. Jumping, you can jump 1, 2, or 3. Now with jumping, one thing to look out for is height of terrain. So if you have 3 jumping movement points, like this Battlemech, then you can only jump over a level 3 building or object. If you have a level 4 object in the way, then this Battlemech cannot jump over it. So in this case, we'll just use these light woods here. Woods in general only go up to level 2. So 2 being lower than 3, the mech can easily jump over it. So we can jump 1, 2, 3. Make it slightly off the screen, but you get the gist of it. Now from here, we'll just move him some more just to see what we can do. So let's say he wants to move backwards a little bit. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4. Remember, backwards is only by walking. Now we're going to run. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And go facing that direction. So the Battlemech's coming on this side. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I didn't even have to move the 6 movement points. So as you can see, movement in Battletech is actually pretty simple. Now, once you get more into the rules, you'll see moving into trees, moving onto mountains, and it's actually all very simple numbers. Like I said, if you can add numbers between 1 and 6, you can play Battletech very easily. Have a good one.